You remind me of that one guy that came through my cave one time. He tried telling me that that's not how memories work, but I don't really understand what he meant. That is exactly how memories work. Memories make you who you are, you know?
I did not ask you at all about anything. At all.
Yeah, you haven't spoken a word. You just kind of look like him. Except that he was big and kind of bluish. And you're small and kind of pinkish. But besides that, same person.
Okay. Thank you, Try. Can I...
You're welcome.
Okay.
You want to make a deal?
For what?
You give me some memories, I give you something interesting.
How about you give me something normal and I can start my... How about you don't give me anything and I just start my show?
Yeah, sure. I got some new arrivals anyway. Zaps away.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Tavern of Tomes. My name is RK Fox. I am your tavern keeper, and I'm joined today by my fellow storytellers, Kent Aldrich, Samuel Bowen, Christian Majewski, the one and only Rachel, and Alex Oak. And together, we are going to weave a world of myth and legend. You see, the walls of my tavern are lined with leather-bound books filled with blank pages. Once a week here at the tavern, we open a tome at dusk and fill its pages with stories. The world outside is dark and scary. It has its beauties, but they're hard to see at night. So for the time being, let's leave this world and go adventure, shall we? Now, last we had left off in chapter 6, we picked up where Wim decided to leap wholeheartedly into helping Mateo clean up the sort of hodgepodge dining area, and was immediately questioned about it, but eventually was able to be brought into work, and they had a nice little dialogue in which Wim was able to open up, just not in front of as many people as people have been demanding he open up in front of. And we got to learn a little bit about Wim, his desires to learn more about magic and magical beings, and seeing that as a more fundamental part of the arcane. We also followed Straya as she tried to figure out what to do, and ran into the quartermaster Matubikitwana. And was looking to him to try and figure out what to do, wanted to be his personal musician, to which he just directed her to go play up on the deck. And she found a nice little nook of a role for herself in the ship, just playing and raising morale. We then turned our attention back to Lorenzo as he began searching for the missing map. And we discovered, not Lorenzo, Lucian. My apologies. Thank you. To Lucian as he began searching for the missing map. And he discovered a string of letters written by the spouse of the sailing master Tessa Angeline, and noticed that the most recent one was not opened in as clean a fashion as all the previous ones. And he followed this more, shall we say, rough around the edges idea, and found claw marks leading out a window off to the back of the ship and down below decks. Lucian went below decks, began searching for this entity, began looking for any more signs of whatever being, and saw that eventually the trail went dead. He then went and found Lorenzo and asked if there was anything that he should know about in the realm of a shape changer being. And the only thing that came to Lorenzo's mind was a druid that periodically shows up on the ship chasing him, that he and the leadership of the crew have managed to sell to the majority of the crew as just some sort of ghost that comes and steals people, but only ever him. And in the midst of this conversation, a fight broke out between the two brothers, at the end of which Lucian went below decks to try and continue his search, and for a brief half second, having cast Detect Magic, noticed a powerful source of transmutation magic. And this is where we are going to pick up Chapter 7. Lucian, you notice a powerful source of transmutation magic blink out of existence, having appeared in your vision for only half of a second.
So does this feel more like a trace, or like it was there and now it's not anymore?
It was there and now it's not anymore. Either it teleported or it moved behind something that would block your vision, something or other like that.
Okay. Is there a window anywhere around that part? Like, could I look outside and see if maybe I can see like a gigantic bird flying away with a map in its claws?
Go ahead and give me a perception check to see if there is some sort of escape route that it could have taken.
Okay, give me uno segundo.
Does Whim or Vale see Lucian come down again? Or...
Whim or Vale do see, yeah, Lucian comes down again, looking. What is the visual of Lucian having cast Detect Magic?
I think, especially after the conversation with Enzo, he's just kind of gonna go below deck and still standing on like the little stair, but where Enzo can't see him anymore, he's just gonna take a very deep sigh, shake off the conversation a little bit, and then close his eyes. And this, like, again, this visual of like this purplish galaxy, almost star-like thing will just slightly coagulate at like the edges of his eyes. And when he opens them, the whites of his eyes are almost like that same effect.
Yeah.
And when he walks, there's just this gentle trail of like stardust, basically.
Yep.
As he's like looking around. I got a naughty 20.
No.
I don't like that. I don't like that. We're going to push forward.
That's the shirt, the Tavern of Tomes.
All right. So total of 20. You do see that there is a window nearby. Yeah, for sure. Near it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick my head out.
Yeah, cool. You rush over to the window, stick your head out. You do not see any sign. Actually, go ahead. Give me another survival check or wisdom perception check.
When Vale sees him cast that, would I at least be able to ascertain that he's casting a spell of some sort?
Yeah, this is magical. Whatever is going on is magical.
Yeah. I will.
There's semantic components to it as well.
I will use Divine Sense. And you just kind of see Vale like glance over at you, wonder what's going on, and then his hair almost it's like for a second his hair almost sucks in light. And I use Divine Sense.
Nothing pings on your Divine Sense. All good on that.
Yeah, I will also say that like Lucian very kind of atypically is very focused and doesn't like talk to anybody or anything like that. My survival check was a 12. With a nat 1.
12. You do not see any evidence of a creature of any kind.
I walk over. What are you looking for?
Kind of lost in thoughts, he sees you for a second, looks at your neck, then looks up and goes, I will never get used to these. Let's just say that something went missing, and I think it has left the ship already.
Need any help?
Not at the moment, but I appreciate the willingness. I will come to you if I need help.
Fair enough.
I appreciate it. Thank you. You can go back to your tasks. And he's just gonna walk away.
Vale, slightly confused, waits for about a minute, and then just slowly follows, because that's not Lucian he's gotten to know.
Cool.
And
Sounds
like
good.
as Vale gets like up the stairs, Wim will kind of look around and then follow after Vale.
Sounds good. So the three of you in a little like distance train are heading up to the top deck. Lucian, where are you going?
I'm going to Tesa.
Okay.
Do I notice the fact that you're following me? Like, are you trying to be sneaky about it, or are you just walking behind me?
I would say, like, if you were going above deck, I waited until you were at the top of the stairs to start following you. Like, I'm not right behind you by any means. I'm just interested to see what's going on.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go to Tesa, and immediately address her in Jean's. I'm gonna say, so I hear that there's a myth going around the ship about the Banshee of the Morning Sea, or the Wraith. What did you say?
The Scorned Banshee of the Maudit Sea. Yeah, she's
Maudit Sea.
legend. I mean, kind of legend, kind of real.
Yeah, I think a little more real than legend, because I think she has your map.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I need more information.
I wish I was-
I need more
I wish
information.
I was joking. Well, I can show you what I found.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll just tell her to follow.
Yeah, she follows.
I will just say, like, oh, I checked this and this and this place, and then I went into your quarters. I noticed the letters, and then I noticed that that letter was opened different. And then
It's
I noticed
open?
that some... Yep. And I will show, like, the rigid way that it was opened.
She
And I will say...
Yeah, she like even just checks and say, "Letters undamaged. I'll take it."
Yeah. I noticed that a bunch of things were out of place. I walked over to the window, scratch marks, checked downstairs, scratch mark continues. Talked to Enzo, cast magic, saw something, and then disappeared.
Huh.
I don't think I'm gonna say that I cast a spell.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I looked around.
All right. We need to roll call right now.
I would agree.
While he was going there, I was finding the bosun to be like, "Hey, so I think the Banshee took a map. The Banshee took a map we need."
Immediately, Dominic's like, "The Banshee took a map. Banshee's never taken a map before."
I don't know what to tell you. Lucian, my brother, he was looking for. He saw scratch marks. He saw, and then suddenly disappearing. No more scratch marks.
Yeah, that's the Banshee, all right.
So he came to me, because obviously, and then this exactly. That's all. That's the only thing I could think.
All right, all hands on deck now.
Aye, aye.
And
Already on deck.
immediately everybody starts getting into rank. And Adrian immediately rushes up to the bosun. Passive perceptions of everybody. What do we got?
Passive perception.
9.
Oh, hold on.
13.
10.
16.
16.
9.
How do you calculate passive perception?
It's just
10
10
plus
plus
perception.
perception mod.
Oh, plus perception mod? Got 12 then. Not
11.
Okay. And then Christian, what was yours?
16.
You are the only one who's able to hear this, but you hear the bosun muttering to the first mate, "She's back. We need to make sure that nobody's gone because apparently she's gone, maybe." And he's saying this in deep speech. And immediately the first mate's like, All right. In rank. And
Yeah. Lucian is very deliberately not looking in Enzo's direction.
for sure, 100%. Rachel, what are you looking for?
Sorry, I have psionic mind where I can talk to people.
Oh, okay.
But I was wondering, can I also listen in, or do I have to initiate
No.
conversation
To
first?
listen in is detect thoughts. Psionic mind is just straight telepathy to be able to speak.
Got it. Okay, that's it. I was looking. I wrote in very tiny script. So I was trying to keep all the rules on the page.
Yeah, I just
But
saw
I'm
your
old.
entire screen blur out because your face was gone, so your camera doesn't
Yeah.
know what to elucidate.
Yeah, I was like trying to read this also under these lights with
Yeah, yeah,
pencil. It's not.
Okay. The first mate does a roll call of literally everybody. Lucian, you said you're avoiding eye contact with Enzo?
Oh, I'm avoiding looking in his general direction.
Okay, just nothing. Okay.
Just
Yep. Like, if he has to, he will, like, slightly turn in a different direction.
Lorenzo is kind of has other things on his mind.
Yeah, for sure. Lorenzo, what is going on with you as this roll call is called and you know exactly why?
I fall into line, I do what I know to do, and as soon as I see Adrian, I just shoot him a look. I'm just like, here we go. Just like a little bit, yeah.
And everybody who's not one of the brothers, I just want to get a snapshot of where each of you are at.
Like in line?
No. Like mentally, what's going on in your heads?
Oh. I'm honestly just trying to figure out what's going on. So I'm very much looking at the few people that I've had conversations with. So I think my eyes are darting like from Vale to Wim to Lorenzo to Lucian.
Yeah.
Because I was about to ask, like, can I do a perception check and see if I know is actively avoiding? Or is that easy to pick up?
Go ahead and give me... well, actually, this is a question for Lucian. Are you attempting to disguise this or no?
No. Lucian is obviously not in a good mood.
Okay, so Lucian is in a
Not
bad
smiling,
mood.
not talking to anybody. Yeah. Like, that's why I'm over-describing this. I'm being very specific.
Cool.
Like, it's very visible.
Sounds good. So yeah, you can tell.
Okay. I was going to say, if I clock that, I'm going to speak directly into Lucian's mind.
Okay.
What's going on?
Yeah, you will see him just very slightly flinch when you do that. And he'll go, I think we have to establish some kind of warning sign when you do that. No, you're okay. Don't worry.
Does Psionic Mind give him the ability to speak back?
It
Okay.
says, yeah, I can talk with the person telepathically, and they don't have to speak the same language.
Okay, great.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And he's
Perfect
just
in
gonna.
this campaign where language is quickly becoming a problem.
Wait a minute, hold
Yeah.
on. Let me check that. Because that sounds
Okay.
like shorthand for the ability.
It's under the Dragonborn capability I have.
Oh, it's a Dragonborn thing, not one of
Yeah.
your
Correct.
mystic things. Got it. Let's see.
But you're
Telepathically
mystic?
speak to any creature within 30 feet of me. I don't have to share a language with the creature. The creature must be able to understand at least one language.
Okay, my guess is that means speak to, not
That's spoken to.
not no. My guess is that means psionic mind. Speak to. That doesn't mean that they can speak back. It just means they can understand. If they can talk back, it will say that.
Okay.
Like message.
Yes, message clarifies they can respond in 25 words. The aberrant mind sorcerer clarifies that they can speak back for the duration or within distance. Yada yada
Yeah.
yada.
Okay.
Then in that case, he's just going to lock eyes with you. That smile that you've seen on him the entire time is just suddenly gonna reappear. He's kind of gonna postulate a little bit and just give you a thumbs up.
Cool. If I know people can't talk to them, I'm doing it to literally every person. I know they can't respond back, but Lorenzo's getting it in his mind. Vale's getting it in his. I'm just looking for any, like, response.
Vale just looks at her. It's like,
Lorenzo.
Bobbity boobity beebity bobbity boobity ba.
Random
been here the
gestures.
same amount of time. What do you expect me to know?
Lorenzo just kind of like stiffens at the when it comes in and just doesn't even respond, just sighs.
Does Wim get this as well?
Oh yeah.
He screams, just like composes himself, looks around, is like,
All the crew around you, like the generic crew that's also in rank, just look at you as though you are crazy.
I stare at oh gosh. Why is Audra the only name coming into my head?
Straya.
Freya?
Straya.
Sorry. I stare at Stray. I'm like, what are you doing?
Just
Roll call immediately begins where they like. You can tell that roll call is not being done in an alphabetical order. It's being done by how many names can the first mate remember off the top of his head immediately, and then they revert to a list that the bosun is keeping track of the entire time. And so Lucian, Wim, Straya, and Vale, your names are called last. Or like are in the latter chunk because you're the most recently added. They're not keeping an alphabetical list. They're literally just keeping a list of how have you been here, and when did you show up? And as soon as the roll call ends, everybody is dismissed and sent back to work. Lorenzo, you are waived, or not? Yes, Lorenzo, you're waived over by the first mate.
I walk over.
No one is gone. She is still here. She never leaves without a person.
Madre mia. Okay. This is not good. What's worse is that it seems like she has the map that we need.
We can't leave without, and she won't leave without one of us.
Yes.
There's not really another. I think we need to go talk to the captain.
That would appear to be so.
All right, let's go. Dominic, come.
I was gonna say I rolled. I don't know if it's too late, but I was gonna say before y'all started talking that I would try to sneak if there's somewhere nearby to like eavesdrop.
Yeah, go ahead and give me the stealth check. We're gonna say that you can make this stealth check only because you're doing it as people are sort of moving around and dispersing.
Yeah. Okay. I rolled while you guys were talking. It's a 14.
Okay. I'm gonna do some active perception checks here. Lorenzo, you can determine if you would do an active perception check.
I don't know. Sure, I think he's acutely aware. I rolled a 3.
Okay. It doesn't matter because before the first mate even starts this conversation, he would clock you, Straya, and he makes direct eye contact with you, sees sort of where you're heading, where you're at, and just turns to Lorenzo, facing away from you so that you couldn't even read his lips, and just says to you, Lorenzo, I think it's best we have this conversation elsewhere.
So it would seem.
And that conversation then will happen in the captain's quarters once they've already made it there.
Great.
You're in trouble.
Outside of the captain's quarters, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm going straight to Lorenzo. Or Lucian, sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Wim was also going to go towards Lucian.
Okay, so Lucian, you are rapidly approached by everybody you know personally.
And for the first time, he's startled by this, and he's like, the one moment I want to be alone. Suddenly everybody's flocking to me.
All right, cough it up. What's going on?
But something's missing. That's all I'm going to be able to tell you.
What is missing?
An important piece to keep us safe.
Okay, want to share more? Maybe we can help?
Sail.
I guess I've already shared too much. We are looking for a map. So if you see it lying around somewhere, please let us... not me. And I'm gonna point to Tessa. Let her know. She's the one who needs it. I was simply trying to help.
You lost a mop.
What kind of
Yes. That was... It wasn't me personally. It was
What
stolen.
kind of mop? Like, was it a short-handled mop? Was it a long-handled mop?
Not mop. I do not have the patience for these right now. Just
Sorry.
go back to the kitchen, keep helping the cook. You're doing a great job.
You have a mop
You're
back there
amazing.
if you need.
I appreciate it. I will go and get it if I need it.
Okay.
And he's just gonna give you like a very gentle pat on the shoulder.
So, where was the last time this map was seen? Like,
Inside of the... What's her rank?
She's the sailing master.
Inside of the sailing master's quarters.
oh. Oh, somebody
Like
took
I
a map
said-
from there? That's pretty bold.
Yeah, it was the screeching banshee of the Maudit Sea.
Scorned
What?
Banshee of the Maudit Sea.
This is Lucian would have remembered this. I just can't for the life of me keep that piece in my head. The myth, the legend. Apparently, she's been playing tricks on the crew for a while now. Yes. Well, welcome to Leafall. There's a lot of strange things going about. And he's gonna like give you a very gentle tap, so you'll fit right in with all of us.
Have I heard any stories about this banshee as well? Like, growing up ghost stories or...
You have not, but one of the things that you are really aware of is that generically, and you've noticed this only because of the person you travel with, ghosts are way freaky to people in Leafo. Like aberrant, aliens, things like that, that's kind of your everyday stuff. That normally drives most people insane. Not the people in Leafo, because that's everywhere. But ghosts? That's the freakiest thing out there. And so the idea that there is a regular old banshee running about, good old Wraith style sea banshee, that is what is genuinely shocking to you, that this is the myth,
Frightening.
this is the legend, that's like, to you, you're like, that's every day, but it shouldn't be every day here, and that explains why that's freaky to these people.
Got it.
Would-
Okay.
Would I know that as well?
You would know that because people react very poorly to you.
Yeah. Cool. That's gonna be fun.
Yes, so until it is found, I believe we're just going to be slowly sailing forward.
Hey.
So yes, if you see anything, let the sea master know.
Is there like an area where there is a majority of the crew?
They're kind of spread about again.
Okay. Okay.
I would say you could find
I'll,
a good chunk of them on the upper deck, like on just the
Okay.
main deck.
On the upper deck, I'll be like, the Banshee, and then I will begin telling some kid's story from Omerzel, right? Not scary at all, not horrifying, with a Banshee that is the bad guy, right? We tell our children this thing,
Yeah.
right? With the pure intention of just scaring the living daylights out of these people.
Okay, I am curious. Would you tell one of the Omerzel and Farai tales?
Yeah, 100%. If there's a Banshee as the bad guy and one of them probably kills a couple people, yeah.
I was gonna say, so there you could literally tell most of the stories.
Perfect.
Give me
And
just
I'm
a
just
sec to
gonna-
find the proper one to fit which one you're going with. Let's see, where are they?
Like,
Like
oh, I
you-
love this story.
Let's see. You could tell the tale of the haunting antlers of Barbatus Brack.
That was literally the one that I was thinking about. That is literally the one I was thinking about.
That one or The Boy in Shadows wouldn't be too bad. The Thought of Revolution would work pretty well.
I'll tell the Antlers one first.
Okay, Haunting Antlers of Barbatus Brack.
What was the one that you were about to say?
The Deal is a fantastic one.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah.
I think I'll tell that one. I remember that one being really
Okay,
fun.
so you tell the story of The Deal. This absolutely haunting tale of a young girl who goes into the forest and makes a deal with this ghostly, terrifying entity and summons hordes of undead into her town and eventually kills all of her own people on accident, all at the hands of this wicked, terrible ghost. And the crew is genuinely terrified, and I'm going to say they're subject to the frightened condition for 24 hours.
Good job, Ken.
Wow.
Hey,
And eventually, like, there's a point where the crew is no longer working, and they're just all listening. And this only goes unnoticed because the quartermaster, the first mate, and the bosun are in the captain's quarters with Lorenzo.
Can I say I'm playing behind the veil
Yes.
speaking, and I'm just like adding the scary atmosphere, like the yeah.
Hey, guess what? There's literally a folk song about the ballad. It's called The Ballad of Barbatus Brack. You can 100% play that instrumental behind the whole thing.
Yep.
Also a real song that I wrote because I like the story.
I just love. These are kids' stories in Omerzel.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So funny. I love this.
These are the stories
Do
you
I
tell your
also-
children. Yeah.
Or maybe the veil. Is there like at least theories on banshee hunting that we grew up with in Omerzel that we could use to like suss out a banshee on the ship?
Oh yeah, 100%. There are 100% like tactics to hunt like banshees, and these are all, of course, they're wives' tales. They're not actually like nobody actually knows. The only people who concretely know how to hunt ghosts are the ghost slayers. They're blood hunters.
ghost
That's
hunters.
their whole thing, is literally going out and killing ghosts. And so, like, actually, Vale, you would be acquainted with some of this.
I think, for the purpose of what Vale is doing currently, he will tell, like, at the end of the story, he'll be like, but if you want to keep yourself from banshees, here's what you do, and gives the most ridiculous wives' tales that there are. like the, if we're going a step further than garlic and holy water kind of crazy stuff,
Yeah.
of like what all of the men need to do, and I just want to see how far we can call it a social experiment.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So you basically, there's this wives' tale that if you take basically the like outer edge of your left sleeve, cut it into 4 strips, and then braid those together, and then roll up what remains so that on the outer edge there's just like a 2-inch braid, and then the rest of your sleeve is rolled up. That is theoretically something that would ward off ghosts. And so before long, everybody on the upper deck has completely abandoned what they are supposed to be doing to start cutting up their clothes and braiding things together.
Perfect.
That's so funny. I love that.
While they do that, can I take one of the potentially more reputable wives' tales and attempt to see if I can suss out a banshee? I'm gonna grab Lucian and Wim and just be like, we gotta do something. Oh no, my mom said this might work.
I'm just imagining you catching Lucian currently braiding his sleeve.
Lucian, actually,
Lucian,
I will call for a sanity roll.
Okay, give me.
Go ahead and give me a sanity check.
I was going to ask if I need to.
How's Wim doing?
He wasn't listening.
Wim would also
not
be
paying attention.
Wim would be relatively fine. Not being native to the area, he is not quite as affected as by ghost stories.
He was more affected by someone speaking into his head.
Yeah,
That
that's
scared him
terrifying.
I don't think you guys have to worry about how to scare Wim.
Yeah, I don't think.
Make
It
it-
seems to be
make
something
him-
that has been difficult.
Make him talk to 4 people. That'll do it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I rolled a 12 on my sanity check. I will say I wasn't there listening to the story. I went back to my quarters, grabbed a little bit of tea leaves from
Then
Bielva.
I'll say you're clear.
Okay. And I made tea for me and Tessa.
Okay.
And so I'd probably be sitting like on the stairs.
Yeah, you'd have to
like,
get your water
leading up
from
to-
you'd have to get your water from Mateo, but 100% doable.
Yeah. Yeah, and just kind of sitting there with a little cup of tea, give one to Tessa and just be like, I don't know if you've succumbed to the ways of rum and harder liquor, but here's something to calm the nerves.
She says, "Succumbed? That's ground zero at sea.
That's what I mean, succumbed.
That's not succumbing. That's just where you start."
And he's just gonna push the cup into her hand.
She'll
so,
take it, and
when
she'll
you-
say, "This is a nice reminder of the land folk, though."
That's what we're here for. And so probably when you find Lucian, he's just standing over like a very, very seaman looking out onto the sea with a cup of tea in his hand.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Love it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pop into the cabin, the captain's quarters, with Lorenzo, the first mate, the bosun, the quartermaster, and the captain.
Have fun talking to yourself, Reese.
Yeah, absolutely. Quartermaster's quiet to begin with, so. The captain is immediately like in deep speech. Why too many? Why now? What?
Lorenzo is kind of sitting down in one of the chairs and is just kind of very embarrassed. Like, again, back in deep speech. I have no idea. I just can't think of any other explanation.
I heard a call for roll call. That means that she's here.
We think so. So I'll go ahead and explain. Like,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
you
what
catch the
Lucian
captain
saw,
up.
This is
Yeah.
this is like the situation that we figured out. I will mention that I mentioned to Lucian who the Banshee is,
Okay.
and that he's in the loop, and I kind of tell him that.
Okay. So nobody's missing. it would be highly unlike her to go without taking someone. It's kind of been her calling card. And this is where Dominic chimes in. I think we could be seeing her later tonight.
Wouldn't be surprising.
I'm not looking forward to it, but it feels likely.
Yep. I can promise you I am also not looking forward to it.
Yeah. The first mate chimes in. All right. Are we going to set a plan to protect Lucian so that he cannot be stolen? Are we going to try and kill her? We've never been able to kill her.
I don't know.
I mean, Lucian, this is kind of your problem.
Lorenzo.
Sorry, Lorenzo. This is kind of your problem.
Yeah, unless she has the map.
Unless she has
If
the
she has
map.
the map, then it's everybody's problem.
Then it's everybody's problem.
Normally,
Yeah.
I'll deal with whatever I can deal with. I can try to keep, I'm willing to help whatever I can. It is my problem, but
Why would
at
she
this point,
take
if she has
the
a map,
map?
I don't know. She's crazy.
We can't. If she's not in Scion's Bay, that's never where she is. She's never been in Scion's Bay before. In order for us
Maybe it's
to
not
get,
her.
maybe, if it is her though, in order for us to get to her, we would need the map. We'd have to get out of Scion's Bay. Should we set up a plan? Are we going to use... do we want to use you as bait to get her to a guaranteed location?
That could be good. Be ready for her, I guess.
Or do we want to hide you and just try and force her to go away?
Again, we need to find her because if she has the map, we need to make sure that we get the map from her.
Yeah. Could Tesa remake the map? And this is the bosun talking to the first mate. I know that she's trying. I don't know if she can do it, but I know that she's trying. If there were a way to get into her existing memories or into her mind and get it with perfect recollection, maybe. But I don't know how we do that. There are so many scions in existence, but it's not like we have one here.
Yeah.
Sorry for chiming in, but I have an ability where I can look into people's minds to suss out information. Would Lorenzo know about that? Because I feel like he would.
Well, from the way you guys been talking, especially given your little fight in the last episode, I don't know if he would. Your abilities have probably advanced far beyond what he knew you to be.
Yeah, that's why I'm sorry, I didn't mean to chime in, but yeah, I was just going to throw in there that I technically have an ability for that, but
What level did you gain that ability at?
second, so it's recent.
I don't think he would know.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
no.
What do you want to do,
Okay.
Lorenzo?
Try to set up a trap.
Okay.
Sounds like the best idea.
Do you think, and this the captain is speaking here, do you think your new friends would be willing to help?
Lorenzo just is like... Friends is an interesting term. Maybe. Lucian will help. He always does.
I'll take that.
The others... I mean... One of them looks like he'd be scared if he turned around and saw his own shadow. The other two, maybe. I mean, they seem to be safer people to drag into the loop, as it were.
All right. Let's do it. Let's try to kill the Banshee.
Aye, aye.
All right, break. I don't know. How do we end this meeting? That is where we will finish this episode, this chapter 7 of Tavern of Tomes' first novel. Before we go, is there anything anybody would like to plug?
Moody D. Come check out me, Kent, and Christian, and some other friends for more clean D&D content.
Woo.
Multi-nerds.
Woo.
Multi-nerds.
Multi-nerds. Fantastic
I'll
show.
keep quiet this time.
Sam, you got anything?
Samuel Bowen at samuelbowen.substack.com.
Fantastic. Wait, not Substack. Samuel Bond?
samuelbowen.substack.com.
Okay, cool. Got it. I didn't know how it worked. And then, as always, check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Tavern of Tomes. Thank you all for joining us. You're always welcome at the tavern. And come back next week, because this story is not over yet. We love you all. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.